Pratiquez l'anglais tous les jours. Écoutez, parlez, entraînez-vous et améliorez vos compétences linguistiques avec nous.
Quand tu as fini, continue à t'exercer dans notre appli. C'est gratuit, lien en description.
Commencez à vous entraîner.
I plan my meals every Sunday. I plan my meals every Sunday.
Je planifie mes repas chaque dimanche.
I plan my meals every Sunday. I plan my meals every Sunday. I like to cook in batches. I like to cook in batches.
J'aime cuisiner en grande quantité.
I like to cook in batches. I like to cook in batches. Meal prep saves me time during the week. Meal prep saves me time during the week.
La préparation des repas me fait gagner du temps pendant la semaine.
Meal prep saves me time during the week. Meal prep saves me time during the week. I chop vegetables ahead of time. I chop vegetables ahead of time.
Je coupe les légumes à l'avance.
I chop vegetables ahead of time. I chop vegetables ahead of time. I store meals in containers. I store meals in containers.
Je conserve les repas dans des contenants.
I store meals in containers. I store meals in containers. I label each container with the date. I label each container with the date.
J'étiquette chaque contenant avec la date.
I label each container with the date. I label each container with the date. I use a meal planner to stay organized. I use a meal planner to stay organized.
J'utilise un planificateur de repas pour rester organisé.
I use a meal planner to stay organized. I use a meal planner to stay organized. I prep meals for the whole week. I prep meals for the whole week.
Je prépare les repas pour toute la semaine.
I prep meals for the whole week. I prep meals for the whole week. I cook rice in advance. I cook rice in advance.
Je fais cuire du riz à l'avance.
I cook rice in advance. I cook rice in advance. I grill chicken for the week. I grill chicken for the week.
Je fais griller du poulet pour la semaine.
I grill chicken for the week. I grill chicken for the week. I make a big salad to eat every day. I make a big salad to eat every day.
Je prépare une grande salade à manger chaque jour.
I make a big salad to eat every day. I make a big salad to eat every day. I portion out snacks ahead of time. I portion out snacks ahead of time.
Je répartis les collations à l'avance.
I portion out snacks ahead of time. I portion out snacks ahead of time. I freeze extra meals for later. I freeze extra meals for later.
Je congèle des repas supplémentaires pour plus tard.
I freeze extra meals for later. I freeze extra meals for later. I wash and cut fruits for quick snacks. I wash and cut fruits for quick snacks.
Je lave et coupe les fruits pour des collations rapides.
I wash and cut fruits for quick snacks. I wash and cut fruits for quick snacks. I prepare overnight oats for breakfast. I prepare overnight oats for breakfast.
Je prépare des flocons d'avoine la veille pour le petit déjeuner.
I prepare overnight oats for breakfast. I prepare overnight oats for breakfast. I cook pasta and store it in the fridge. I cook pasta and store it in the fridge.
Je fais cuire des pâtes et les conserve au réfrigérateur.
I cook pasta and store it in the fridge. I cook pasta and store it in the fridge. I bake sweet potatoes in bulk. I bake sweet potatoes in bulk.
Je fais cuire des patates douces en grande quantité.
I bake sweet potatoes in bulk. I bake sweet potatoes in bulk. I make smoothie packs and freeze them. I make smoothie packs and freeze them.
Je prépare des sachets de smoothie et les congèle.
I make smoothie packs and freeze them. I make smoothie packs and freeze them. I cook beans ahead of time. I cook beans ahead of time.
Je fais cuire des haricots à l'avance.
I cook beans ahead of time. I cook beans ahead of time. I shred cooked chicken for sandwiches. I shred cooked chicken for sandwiches.
J'effiloche du poulet cuit pour les sandwichs.
I shred cooked chicken for sandwiches. I shred cooked chicken for sandwiches. I use glass containers for storage. I use glass containers for storage.
J'utilise des contenants en verre pour le stockage.
I use glass containers for storage. I use glass containers for storage. I write down my meal plan on a calendar. I write down my meal plan on a calendar.
J'inscris mon plan de repas sur un calendrier.
I write down my meal plan on a calendar. I write down my meal plan on a calendar. I make a grocery list before shopping. I make a grocery list before shopping.
Je fais une liste de courses avant d'aller faire les courses.
I make a grocery list before shopping. I make a grocery list before shopping. I check my fridge before meal prepping. I check my fridge before meal prepping.
Je vérifie mon réfrigérateur avant de préparer les repas.
I check my fridge before meal prepping. I check my fridge before meal prepping. I try to include protein in every meal. I try to include protein in every meal.
J'essaie d'inclure des protéines dans chaque repas.
I try to include protein in every meal. I try to include protein in every meal. I like to prep meals with variety. I like to prep meals with variety.
J'aime préparer des repas variés.
I like to prep meals with variety. I like to prep meals with variety. I cook ground beef for tacos and pasta. I cook ground beef for tacos and pasta.
Je fais cuire du bœuf haché pour les tacos et les pâtes.
I cook ground beef for tacos and pasta. I cook ground beef for tacos and pasta. I roast vegetables in the oven. I roast vegetables in the oven.
Je fais rôtir des légumes au four.
I roast vegetables in the oven. I roast vegetables in the oven. I steam broccoli and carrots. I steam broccoli and carrots.
Je fais cuire à la vapeur du brocoli et des carottes.
I steam broccoli and carrots. I steam broccoli and carrots. I boil eggs for snacks and salads. I boil eggs for snacks and salads.
Je fais bouillir des œufs pour les collations et les salades.
I boil eggs for snacks and salads. I boil eggs for snacks and salads. I portion meals into lunchboxes. I portion meals into lunchboxes.
Je répartis les repas dans des boîtes à lunch.
I portion meals into lunchboxes. I portion meals into lunchboxes. I reheat meals in the microwave. I reheat meals in the microwave.
Je réchauffe les repas au micro-ondes.
I reheat meals in the microwave. I reheat meals in the microwave. I use leftovers in new meals. I use leftovers in new meals.
J'utilise les restes dans de nouveaux repas.
I use leftovers in new meals. I use leftovers in new meals. I pack my lunch the night before. I pack my lunch the night before.
Je prépare mon déjeuner la veille.
I pack my lunch the night before. I pack my lunch the night before. I cook in the morning sometimes. I cook in the morning sometimes.
Je cuisine parfois le matin.
I cook in the morning sometimes. I cook in the morning sometimes. I plan meals based on what I have. I plan meals based on what I have.
Je planifie les repas en fonction de ce que j'ai.
I plan meals based on what I have. I plan meals based on what I have. I try new recipes each week. I try new recipes each week.
J'essaie de nouvelles recettes chaque semaine.
I try new recipes each week. I try new recipes each week. I prep meals with my family. I prep meals with my family.
Je prépare les repas avec ma famille.
I prep meals with my family. I prep meals with my family. I marinate meat the night before. I marinate meat the night before.
Je fais mariner la viande la veille.
I marinate meat the night before. I marinate meat the night before. I cook multiple meals at once. I cook multiple meals at once.
Je cuisine plusieurs repas en même temps.
I cook multiple meals at once. I cook multiple meals at once. I store meals in the fridge or freezer. I store meals in the fridge or freezer.
Je conserve les repas au réfrigérateur ou au congélateur.
I store meals in the fridge or freezer. I store meals in the fridge or freezer. I clean my kitchen before and after. I clean my kitchen before and after.
Je nettoie ma cuisine avant et après.
I clean my kitchen before and after. I clean my kitchen before and after. I prep meals to eat healthy. I prep meals to eat healthy.
Je prépare les repas pour manger sainement.
I prep meals to eat healthy. I prep meals to eat healthy. I save money by cooking at home. I save money by cooking at home.
Je fais des économies en cuisinant à la maison.
I save money by cooking at home. I save money by cooking at home. I make soups and freeze them. I make soups and freeze them.
Je fais des soupes et les congèle.
I make soups and freeze them. I make soups and freeze them. I cook stir-fry for quick dinners. I cook stir-fry for quick dinners.
Je cuisine des sautés pour des dîners rapides.
I cook stir-fry for quick dinners. I cook stir-fry for quick dinners. I keep snacks ready for busy days. I keep snacks ready for busy days.
Je garde des collations prêtes pour les journées chargées.
I keep snacks ready for busy days. I keep snacks ready for busy days. I use a slow cooker for easy prep. I use a slow cooker for easy prep.
J'utilise une mijoteuse pour une préparation facile.
I use a slow cooker for easy prep. I use a slow cooker for easy prep. I make a big pot of chili. I make a big pot of chili.
Je prépare une grande marmite de chili.
I make a big pot of chili. I make a big pot of chili. I prep sandwiches in the morning. I prep sandwiches in the morning.
Je prépare des sandwichs le matin.
I prep sandwiches in the morning. I prep sandwiches in the morning. I plan meals with seasonal produce. I plan meals with seasonal produce.
Je planifie les repas avec des produits de saison.
I plan meals with seasonal produce. I plan meals with seasonal produce. I use herbs and spices for flavor. I use herbs and spices for flavor.
J'utilise des herbes et des épices pour donner du goût.
I use herbs and spices for flavor. I use herbs and spices for flavor. I prep meals to avoid fast food. I prep meals to avoid fast food.
Je prépare les repas pour éviter la restauration rapide.
I prep meals to avoid fast food. I prep meals to avoid fast food. I make my own salad dressing. I make my own salad dressing.
Je fais ma propre vinaigrette.
I make my own salad dressing. I make my own salad dressing. I cook quinoa in advance. I cook quinoa in advance.
Je fais cuire du quinoa à l'avance.
I cook quinoa in advance. I cook quinoa in advance. I soak beans overnight. I soak beans overnight.
Je fais tremper les haricots pendant la nuit.
I soak beans overnight. I soak beans overnight. I peel and cut carrots for snacks. I peel and cut carrots for snacks.
J'épluche et coupe des carottes pour les collations.
I peel and cut carrots for snacks. I peel and cut carrots for snacks. I prep breakfast burritos and freeze them. I prep breakfast burritos and freeze them.
Je prépare des burritos pour le petit déjeuner et les congèle.
I prep breakfast burritos and freeze them. I prep breakfast burritos and freeze them. I make a big batch of pancakes. I make a big batch of pancakes.
Je fais une grande quantité de pancakes.
I make a big batch of pancakes. I make a big batch of pancakes. I freeze cooked pancakes for later. I freeze cooked pancakes for later.
Je congèle les pancakes cuits pour plus tard.
I freeze cooked pancakes for later. I freeze cooked pancakes for later. I prepare lunch bowls with grains and veggies. I prepare lunch bowls with grains and veggies.
Je prépare des bols pour le déjeuner avec des céréales et des légumes.
I prepare lunch bowls with grains and veggies. I prepare lunch bowls with grains and veggies. I use airtight containers to keep food fresh. I use airtight containers to keep food fresh.
J'utilise des contenants hermétiques pour garder les aliments frais.
I use airtight containers to keep food fresh. I use airtight containers to keep food fresh. I keep a list of my favorite meals. I keep a list of my favorite meals.
Je garde une liste de mes repas préférés.
I keep a list of my favorite meals. I keep a list of my favorite meals. I prep meals for my kids too. I prep meals for my kids too.
Je prépare aussi les repas pour mes enfants.
I prep meals for my kids too. I prep meals for my kids too. I make wraps and store them in foil. I make wraps and store them in foil.
Je fais des wraps et les emballe dans du papier aluminium.
I make wraps and store them in foil. I make wraps and store them in foil. I try to prep meals on the weekend. I try to prep meals on the weekend.
J'essaie de préparer les repas le week-end.
I try to prep meals on the weekend. I try to prep meals on the weekend. I pack meals for work or school. I pack meals for work or school.
J'emporte des repas pour le travail ou l'école.
I pack meals for work or school. I pack meals for work or school. I use a scale to portion food. I use a scale to portion food.
J'utilise une balance pour répartir les portions.
I use a scale to portion food. I use a scale to portion food. I plan meals with balanced nutrition. I plan meals with balanced nutrition.
Je planifie des repas avec une nutrition équilibrée.
I plan meals with balanced nutrition. I plan meals with balanced nutrition. I use a checklist for ingredients. I use a checklist for ingredients.
J'utilise une liste de contrôle pour les ingrédients.
I use a checklist for ingredients. I use a checklist for ingredients. I prepare sauces and dressings in advance. I prepare sauces and dressings in advance.
Je prépare les sauces et vinaigrettes à l'avance.
I prepare sauces and dressings in advance. I prepare sauces and dressings in advance. I organize my fridge after meal prep. I organize my fridge after meal prep.
J'organise mon réfrigérateur après la préparation des repas.
I organize my fridge after meal prep. I organize my fridge after meal prep. I keep a small cooler for packed meals. I keep a small cooler for packed meals.
Je garde une petite glacière pour les repas à emporter.
I keep a small cooler for packed meals. I keep a small cooler for packed meals. I make energy balls for snacks. I make energy balls for snacks.
Je fais des boules d'énergie pour les collations.
I make energy balls for snacks. I make energy balls for snacks. I use reusable containers for the environment. I use reusable containers for the environment.
J'utilise des contenants réutilisables pour l'environnement.
I use reusable containers for the environment. I use reusable containers for the environment. I prepare meals that are easy to reheat. I prepare meals that are easy to reheat.
Je prépare des repas faciles à réchauffer.
I prepare meals that are easy to reheat. I prepare meals that are easy to reheat. I check expiration dates before cooking. I check expiration dates before cooking.
Je vérifie les dates de péremption avant de cuisiner.
I check expiration dates before cooking. I check expiration dates before cooking. I plan simple meals during busy weeks. I plan simple meals during busy weeks.
Je planifie des repas simples pendant les semaines chargées.
I plan simple meals during busy weeks. I plan simple meals during busy weeks. I use meal prep to stay on track. I use meal prep to stay on track.
Je fais du meal prep pour rester sur la bonne voie.
I use meal prep to stay on track. I use meal prep to stay on track. I like to cook with fresh ingredients. I like to cook with fresh ingredients.
J'aime cuisiner avec des ingrédients frais.
I like to cook with fresh ingredients. I like to cook with fresh ingredients. I prep meals to avoid waste. I prep meals to avoid waste.
Je prépare les repas pour éviter le gaspillage.
I prep meals to avoid waste. I prep meals to avoid waste. I keep cooked food in the fridge for 3 to 4 days. I keep cooked food in the fridge for 3 to 4 days.
Je garde les aliments cuits au réfrigérateur pendant 3 à 4 jours.
I keep cooked food in the fridge for 3 to 4 days. I keep cooked food in the fridge for 3 to 4 days. I watch videos for meal prep ideas. I watch videos for meal prep ideas.
Je regarde des vidéos pour trouver des idées de meal prep.
I watch videos for meal prep ideas. I watch videos for meal prep ideas. I mix and match ingredients each day. I mix and match ingredients each day.
Je varie les ingrédients chaque jour.
I mix and match ingredients each day. I mix and match ingredients each day. I prep both lunch and dinner. I prep both lunch and dinner.
Je prépare à la fois le déjeuner et le dîner.
I prep both lunch and dinner. I prep both lunch and dinner. I make fruit salad for the week. I make fruit salad for the week.
Je fais une salade de fruits pour la semaine.
I make fruit salad for the week. I make fruit salad for the week. I prep healthy snacks like nuts and yogurt. I prep healthy snacks like nuts and yogurt.
Je prépare des collations saines comme des noix et du yaourt.
I prep healthy snacks like nuts and yogurt. I prep healthy snacks like nuts and yogurt. I cook once and eat multiple times. I cook once and eat multiple times.
Je cuisine une fois et mange plusieurs fois.
I cook once and eat multiple times. I cook once and eat multiple times. I use different seasonings for variety. I use different seasonings for variety.
J'utilise différents assaisonnements pour varier.
I use different seasonings for variety. I use different seasonings for variety. I pack meals in stackable containers. I pack meals in stackable containers.
Je range les repas dans des contenants empilables.
I pack meals in stackable containers. I pack meals in stackable containers. I store meals by type: breakfast, lunch, dinner. I store meals by type: breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Je classe les repas par type: petit déjeuner, déjeuner, dîner.
I store meals by type: breakfast, lunch, dinner. I store meals by type: breakfast, lunch, dinner. I do grocery shopping before meal prep. I do grocery shopping before meal prep.
Je fais les courses avant de préparer les repas.
I do grocery shopping before meal prep. I do grocery shopping before meal prep. I keep extra meals in the freezer. I keep extra meals in the freezer.
Je garde des repas supplémentaires au congélateur.
I keep extra meals in the freezer. I keep extra meals in the freezer.
Merci de votre visionnage. Abonnez-vous à notre chaîne et activez les notifications pour recevoir nos nouvelles vidéos et poursuivre votre voyage d'apprentissage de l'anglais.